My name is Martin, and I've been living in Taiwan for 9 years. Taiwan has done an amazing job with the coronavirus. While coronavirus cases worldwide are nearing 800,000 and death tolls being close to 40,000, Taiwan, despite its close proximity to China, not even 200 kilometers away, has only seen roughly 300 cases and only 5 deaths so far. Taiwan has managed to do incredibly well, and today I would like to share some things that I think Taiwan has done really well and I would like to share with you. When the first news of an unknown pneumonia disease first emerged out of China back in December last year, Taiwan immediately took action. Already in December last year, arrivals from Wuhan were subject to health screenings before human-to-human transmission of the virus were even confirmed later on January 20. By February, Taiwan had already proactively implemented travel restrictions from China while also screening people flying into Taiwan from any other country. Taiwan's national healthcare system integrated your insurance card with customs and immigration so that they could easily see if you've been traveling to any infected countries recently. People with the lowest risk were issued fast travel clearance. People with higher risk, they were likely to be quarantined at home. In Taiwan, regardless of any ongoing pandemics or outbreaks, the Taiwanese people has a strong cultural sense of responsibility when it comes to wearing masks. Even before the outbreak, in Taiwan, whenever you're sick, out of respect to others, and also as not to infect other people, you wear a mask when going outside. So during this pandemic, the Taiwanese people have been extremely good in preventing the spread by wearing masks whenever out in public, in addition to the government enforcing mandatory temperature checks and hand sanitation whenever you're entering a building. As a Swede and as a Westerner in general, I understand that to many Westerners, wearing a mask can be uncomfortable, inconvenient, maybe even unaesthetic. There's also stigma about wearing a mask because of how we're afraid of how people will look at us. However, masks works, not just during a pandemic, but any time you want to contain or stop the further spread of any disease. In Taiwan, it's just common sense to wear a mask if you're sick, and no one will look weird at you if you do. The conclusion should be, if you're sick, don't be inconsiderate and wear a mask. Also, if you're healthy and you don't want to get sick, wear a mask, stay safe. Taiwan's way of dealing with quarantine has also been very progressive. First of all, people returning to Taiwan from abroad or anyone showing any symptoms are to self-quarantine and stay at home. However, if you have no place to stay, the government has provided facilities that you can stay at for free and only pay 250 NT a day for the 3 meals provided. Additionally, Taiwanese and foreigners alike are all eligible to apply for financial aid of 1,000 NT a day during your quarantine in order to combat loss of income. Furthermore, if you decide to break quarantine, the government will enforce a fine of 1 million NT and has already done so, for instance, to a man who was supposed to be in quarantine but decided he wanted to go to a nightclub instead. Sweden, a bit like Taiwan in that it hasn't shut down the country completely and is still operating relatively normal, is a privilege. And in order to keep it that way, it requires the help of everyone to do what they can to help stop further spread. Wash your hands and use soap. Using only water doesn't help. Also, don't sneeze or cough straight out into the air. Use a napkin or your armpit. Also, refrain from touching your face. And if you have any symptoms at all, stay at home. Don't go out. During these times, it's not necessary to go out drinking, eat at restaurants, or go to events. Stay at home and prevent the further spread. Take this time of self-quarantine and do something productive instead. Maybe work out at home, read some books, take an online course. It's something you always wanted to learn, maybe a new language or another skill. But above all, take care of your hygiene and stay away from crowded areas unless necessary. In order to overcome this pandemic, it requires our combined efforts of everyone. Thank you. And Taiwan 加油!